This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Thurs Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. For the past 6 years, the Bahamas Baseball Federation has taken its national championships to Grand Bahama, and so the question still remains, when will it return to New Providence?
The government is working extremely hard in respect of the development of the National Baseball Complex. We feel that once that is back in place and we can have a complex where we can host a national to be back here in Nassau. We're hoping that to be in 2016, where we can have an awesome opening. And for me, really, I would love to open our national complex with Bahamian baseball players of all ages participating to open up our national complex. And that will be an awesome occasion for us.
Now, speaking about the new Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium, we were recently able to catch up with layout manager Senator Greg Burrows to get an update on the progress being made.
The initial funding was supposed to leave the island last weekend to start the process of creating the grandstand in the U.S. So we're well on the way with the baseball stadium. I figure in a year time we should be able to go in there and play some baseball.
The Cup races are over and done with at the 48th Annual Long Island Regatta. Charles Fisher has a recap.
Despite a light drizzle, regatta fans endured it all. Cup races dominated day one here in Salt Pond, Long Island. It was Widdy K taking the Sand Sea Ocean race. B-Class Holly Cartwright Memorial Cup going to Susan Chase, both skippered by Stephen Knowles.
We did pretty well today. We came out in the VDK and we had some difficulties at the starting line. We was able to overcome them and we came out in front. We had a good race this afternoon in the Susan Chase. We also won that too, so it's a really good day.
How do you see the series races shaping up?
Well, you know, today was just a tryout. I think a lot of boats had to do their little fine tuning or whatever, and I hope you know, everybody good luck. I wish they do well, and you know, may the best man win.
In Class A, it was Rupert's Legend taking the cannon in the Susan Cartwright Memorial Cup. Now one of the owners of the Legend, Tony Knowles, and past president of the Commonwealth Sailing Association, a bit ticked off.
I'm not happy that this is the Long Island Regatta. We have always supported the Exuma Regatta. Here it is, we're here. There's only 2 boats from Exuma. I want to know where's Lady M, where's Tidal Wave? Captain Lundy, I know you had a problem last year, but it's time. We said we talk about it, let's move on. If this is the way it's going to be, then what's going to happen if this same group of people say we don't go to Georgetown? So we have a watered down sport, and that's my biggest fear of sailing. I served as a Commodore, the CSA, for almost 8 years. I love this sport. And I've heard too many people just like me say that, who love it, we don't care if we ever go back to Exuma.
A bit of concern there, and a story we will continue to follow. In Salt Pond, Long Island, for ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
Thanks a lot, Charles. Now the series races got underway today in Long Island and will continue tomorrow. Also tomorrow will be the Sands Man in the Boat Sculling Competition, and that starts at 5 p.m.
Inviting everyone who think they could scull, from Glintons in the north to Gordons in the south, to come out and register. All participants that register and actually scull will receive a complimentary case of Sands beer. The first place winner will qualify for the Sands Man in the Boat Sculling Championship scheduled for later on in the year in early November at Montague Beach.
The South Andrews Class C Regatta will also set sail this weekend, and organizers are expecting a grand time.
We began the opening on Friday the 5th at 7 p.m. We're going to go into a gospel segment of about an hour and a half, and then we go into the rest of the celebration. We have Tracy and friends who will do the gospel portion, and then we have guest artists, the Falcons, Veronica Bishop, Elon Moxie. We have Funky D, and we have Gino D, and also Tell the Truth Band from South Andrews.
Now, in addition to all the sailing and entertainment, a special group of visitors will also be in South Andros this holiday weekend. On Saturday, members of Gladiator Championship Wrestling will be at Emerald Palms to promote events. They will stage there at that property over the next couple of months.
The persons in Andros can come down and meet with the celebrities. We're going to have 3 world champions in Andros from the GCW. They're going to have the opportunity to sit and speak with them, ask them questions. Anybody who wants to go around with the guys can go ahead and do that as well.
We try to promote some events, upcoming events, in July 10 and 11. We're doing Extreme Gladiator over-the-top arm wrestling, which is involved the whole world. So we're going to have champions from all over the world, every country, every island, and we're going to probably in the next 6 to 8 months, we're going to have a big tournament, the final tournament, which we're going to invite the Sylvester Stallone to be the referee of this tournament. And also August 29, we're going to bring over here a big mega wrestling event. We're going to facilitate more or less 10,000 people to come to enjoy this big mega event. And we're going to bring a lot of mega superstars from the States. And everybody loves the superstars, American wrestlers. This is the first female wrestler that she will open up the mega wrestling event. And the Bahamians, I like to make an invitation to support the first female wrestler of Bahamian.
Who are you going to be fighting?
Well, Nick is putting that all together. You should see him way bigger than I am. I'm looking for a good one.
The 5th annual Defend Your Spike volleyball tournament will get underway tomorrow at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. Scotiabank and the Caribbean Bottling Company are both on board, pledging their support.
We wanted to salute the Defenders Volleyball Club for what they have been doing and for their successes to date, for their commitment to the sport of volleyball and its development. And we want to throw out a challenge to you guys to possibly look at maybe hosting a youth tournament at some point in the future as well. We would be pleased to join hands on that because it'll go really well with our Bright Future program. We want to applaud you for continuing to recruit international talent to expose, the local athletes to a higher level.
We are ecstatic to support a local tournament that is bringing in international talent and professional talent into the Bahamas to compete against locals and to expose our local talent and growing talent based in volleyball to professionals and international athletes.
The female section is going to be, my opinion, will be more competitive than the males, because we have some of the top players within the Caribbean that is coming to add to that. We have players coming from the USA, and I think 1 or 2 from Canada. I'm not certain, but the competition for females is going to be more competitive than the males. So if you're a female, we're not going to leave you out. So the games are going to be very competitive also. So on both sides of the court, you can sit down, you can see some very, very good, high competitive volleyball.
Coach Ray Evans recently returned from Crooked Island, and he is currently in the process of trying to get a couple of deserving student athletes off to school abroad. This is already the 3rd stop for Evans this year after trips to Long Island and Acklands, and he's not finished just yet.
I have a training session in Jamaica, and I have a recruiting session in Guyana. I'll be out in Guyana for about a week, and then I'll be back to Turks and Caicos to get my team ready to come back and play in the Peace on the Street tournament.
And that will do it for sports. Stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight comes back after the break.
This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.